Welcome back and thank you for staying with eNCA. Now, the tertiary education sector is preparing for an influx of new students. Registrations began on the 16th of this month and will close on the 20th of February. Universities across the country say they are ready, but there are concerns there's not enough space for all prospective students. Let's go to eNCA reporter Nqobile Madlala, who is following that story for us, and she joins us now live. Nqobile, every time I think of registrations at varsity, I remember that sad story at the University of Johannesburg where that student who was making an application passed away. His mother actually passed away in a stampede. Obviously, this has become better now because online is the business of the day. How's it going in KZN?
Well, so far, Masego, they have said that the online system is up and running and it's sort of making a difference. However, in that online system, we need to also keep in mind that not everybody has access to that internet and not everybody is sort of privy to being able to do such. So it becomes a huge problem because there's still some of the students that still come in to sort of get some assistance. We've spoken to a student representative and they were saying that they are currently looking into those issues and they are helping these students in however way that they can to ensure and show them which is the way to do such.
Well, there's a lot of effects of load shedding. As you can see there, my colleague Nqobile Madlala, you can hear her speaking, but she's frozen on the screen. So we'll try and get back to her. I understand the team is telling me that her picture is now not frozen anymore. Nqobile, take it away.
Yes, Masego. So I'm going to bring in now the Parliament Committee to sort of speak to us about this. I mean, I know that a lot of students still need space, but before we get to that, tell us what is it that brings you to KZN today?
Thank you so much. My name is Nqobile Madlala. I'm the chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Higher Education, Science and Innovation. And we as a Portfolio Committee on Higher Education, Science and Innovation are on a 2-week-long oversight. We're starting in KwaZulu-Natal, going into Limpopo next week, and also Mpumalanga next week. So next week we're doing two provinces, so it's going to be a trek and a half. But it's really exciting, of course, because oversight is really important in the work that we do as Parliament. You would know that we have our committee meetings, which usually take place in Parliament, and now they're also virtual. So we get lots of presentations, and people are saying this res is in good shape, and then they're saying this infrastructure is on time. So oversight allows us an opportunity to get a true sense of what is happening and cross-reference the presentations we receive vis-a-vis what is actually on the ground. So this week in KwaZulu-Natal, yesterday we were at Umfolozi TVET College as well as UniZulu, the University of Zululand. Today we are at the University of KwaZulu-Natal, but focusing more on the science programs. People often forget that it's the Portfolio Committee on Higher Education, Science and Innovation. So we always leave, not leave out, but we don't give science and innovation as much time. So we dedicated this whole day to science and innovation. But later on, we will be going to eThekwini TVET College for a meeting there. Tomorrow we're seeing Durban University of Technology and Mangosuthu University of Technology, and then Friday we are with Coastal TVET College. Many of these institutions we have interacted with and some we have not. So those that we have interacted with on the virtual platform or in committee meetings, we essentially are doing real cross-referencing because we would have had those engagements, and from those engagements there would have been a concern to say we need to go and do oversight there. Then there are those that we're meeting for the first time, so it's literally getting a sense of what the institution is all about. Some of course have been brought to our attention through whistleblowers, so it's very important for us to also flag those institutions. But today, being here at UKZN is very exciting because we are getting presentations from various science programs that are run from UKZN. We dealt with rockets earlier on, which was really exciting. Now we're getting a briefing on the Indigenous Knowledge System Center that is here, 6, and that's a big part as well of our education, right? The inclusivity of Indigenous knowledge systems. But yeah, that's our week in summary.
And when we talk about that week, I imagine you're also going to be looking in terms of the issues that are faced by the student. What is it that you've seen so far, and what is it that you would like to see these institutions working on?
Right, so we were at Umfolozi. I can only speak about Umfolozi and UniZulu, where we were yesterday. So with UniZulu, we are glad to hear that the institution will be allowing walk-ins for applications, and they will be creating a demarcated space for that. So they're setting up for that, and not creating a situation where they act like they didn't know that more people would want to apply. So that's great. We're also excited to hear that they have an intervention in place to assist with allowances, because NSFAS's allowances only arrive at a later stage. But if students study now, then they need those allowances now. So we're happy about those two interventions by the management. The SRC has their own plan as well on how they're going to support the registration period, which is so exciting when young people take initiative in that accord. So the synergy between the SRC at UniZulu and the management and Labour was really welcomed. And then Umfolozi, very exciting to see, for me, the Maritime Academy that's there, and it would be really exciting to see how it can be expanded. There are many colleges that want to go into maritime. UniZulu itself wants to go into maritime. UKZN wants to go into maritime. In appreciating the higher education, science, technology, and innovation landscape, it would be great to see all these institutions working together and not working in silos. So that's exciting. But what we've also had to recommend and encourage is stakeholder engagement. In the immediate, where we've asked them to respond to us in the next 3 weeks, because we see that there's disjuncture between the council management and workers and students. And so we've asked them to meet. They must speak on those particular issues that are concerning students and workers, and report back to the committee. Because what's so important in ensuring the well-functioning of an institution is not only finances, it's not only infrastructure, but it's also synergy amongst the stakeholders in the institution. If you say to Abantu on time, this cannot happen because of X, Y, and Z, Bazo understand that. But if you catch them off guard, then we have another problem. But also, it is okay to disagree, and you can't then respond to a disagreement violently. You must continue to speak and engage on those matters. So those are our reflections about our interactions is all.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. Well, Masego, I think what's very important there is that the communication needs to be still open between management and students, as well as student representatives. And that's some of the things that they have looked at in these universities. And we do hope that UKZN will be one of those universities that will also have those issues ironed out.